Hello, my beautiful lights, my brilliant thinking, eclectic minds. Welcome to Agape Tarot. My name is Donna. I am a sensitive channeler, and this is just going to be a pretty short and sweet message that I received today. So, I have the Tower card here. And in the thumbnail, you will see a picture. There's a place called Tower Park here in my area. And it does have a tower that says Tower. It's actually got a lovely restaurant at the base of it. It's amazing. Talk about eclectic. It is something to see here if you ever get to Sacramento. But when I was in front of this tower, it's just mind-blowing. Jimi Hendrix's song All Along the Watchtower came on my radio. Of course, I do not believe in coincidences. And I felt that it was my responsibility to let people know, okay, Jimi Hendrix died September 18th, 1970, age 27, and it was an accidental overdose. So, I felt that we all need to be very careful on the 18th and the 27th. Okay? Especially if you are accident prone or you are easily distracted, because, you know, the song The Watchtower is we're watching, we're observing. And I think that we need to really be observant those days and make sure that we are paying attention, you know. Not that you don't, but I'm just saying, you know, whether it be driving, walking, sometimes we rush to get to work. Just be mindful. So there is no unnecessary accidents that need to occur these days. Okay? So, you know, that's the beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be a tower. You know, just as Jimi Hendrix's accident didn't have to happen. These things do not have to happen. It is through our not paying attention that these type of accidents happen. So, be mindful, be watchful, go slow if, you know, leave a little early, whatever you got to do, just be safe, okay? And I am sending so much beautiful white light of protection around each and every one of you for those days. And, you know, this is my message too. So make sure we write these dates down and just, you know, be careful. So, with that being said, I am going to now talk about a few things that have been happening with me the last few days. How I don't believe in coincidences. I had a delivery to a strange lady, right? And when I say strange, I mean that in the highest of love. I love strange. Be yourself. And usually we are strange. So she had, when she asked me if I could put her groceries inside the door, and I thought it was a man standing there in like some kind of costume, dark costume. And I was like, she's compared it to like a Star Wars. Some people look at it as some Star Wars character. It does have a name. I can't remember the name. But I just loved it. I was just like, oh, that's creepy. I love that. I have a shirt that says, I love creepy. Because, yeah. Matter of fact, so she didn't say much. She told me the name, and we, didn't really talk too much. I got her again. And this time she noticed my pentagram. And she's like, oh, I noticed you wear a pentagram. And I said, yes. And she goes, well, I have my Northern Star ring and my Mason ring. And when we started talking, it was like amazing. Someone I could actually talk to in that way. And I've been seeking higher knowledge for quite a while and thinking about getting some books, and she actually named off quite a few books and said, I don't really lend my books out, but she's going to lend them to me, and I'm excited to have, we all need mentors, people that are higher, learning of the spirituality, different views of life should be a welcome. You should always look into everything. And then, of course, we use our discernment as far as what we believe, and not because of what we were taught to believe, but what our soul says is right for us. But it's funny because I have a lot of connection to the Masons, and it'd be really amazing to pick this woman's brain and be able to talk on a deeper level with someone. So that was pretty cool. And then the store that I usually deliver from, they keep their pods and their expensive detergents and softeners and stuff behind glass. And this was a while back. This was my first experience at this store where you had to push the little call button to get someone to come and unlock to get you what you need. So I push the button and I'm standing there and I'm waiting, and then someone else comes along and I'm like, oh, they should be coming. I pushed it and we're just standing there, and all of a sudden off the top shelf flies these pods. Now, to knock anything off store shelves that are that sturdy would be, you'd have to shake it pretty damn hard. But there's no way you can even get any, any type of movement behind glass, let alone even if you were to shake them. And I looked at him and he looked at me and I said, you seen that, right? You seen that? And he looked and he started laughing and he goes, yeah, I seen it. And I said, And I'm going to freak you out a little bit more because that is exactly the product I'm here for. So, yesterday, now I don't know, there may be a spirit in that store, or it is my guides. They can, be helpful or cheeky or whatever the case is. Now, that lady, I was telling her about a private group that I have down the rabbit hole on Facebook. It's where we can talk deeper things and spirituality and whatnot. And I was in the produce yesterday, and there's a box outside of where they keep all the vegetables that are supposed to be kept cool. There's a box at the bottom outside of the shelving unit that had the cauliflowers, and I grabbed the cauliflower and I'm standing there, and again, and I love it when I have a witness, because I'm like, okay, it's not just me. So I'm standing there, and I don't know if I was talking I think I was talking with him about something, but all of a sudden, off the top shelf, a bag of carrots came flying down right in front of my feet. And I looked at him, and he looked, and I said, "You seen that, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I wasn't even touching it. You weren't touching anything. Nobody's here." And I said, I started to tell him about the pods. And all of a sudden, 2 more bags came flying down. 3 bags of carrots. So I don't know if it had something to do with, me talking about down the rabbit hole, or it's just a cheeky little spirit. I don't know. But it was pretty cool. I love that shit. And, the guys didn't as much, though, because they got a little freaked out, and, they just like, let me get away from this lady who attracts this stuff. But, it's a cool thing. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. I said I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about my experiences throughout my days. I do have 2 more videos I'm going to be doing that is channeled messages through songs that definitely called and says there's a message here you need to give. One will be a love reading, just saying. So, yeah. So as soon as I can get those out, I will be putting those out. In the meantime, I hope all of you are well, and again, I send beautiful white light around you for protection. So I'm going to sign off. So this is Agape signing off. Until next time, many blessings. Blessed be. Peace out in Agape.